bishop's death, but following a preliminary inquiry that wrapped up in provincial court in Dartmouth earlier this month, he was committed to stand trial on the lesser charge. Pictou County District RCMP arrested 3 men for impaired driving within a 12-hour period on Tuesday. At approximately 12:50, Pictou District RCMP responded to a motor vehicle collision on Highway 106 near Granton. The 26-year-old male driver from Colchester County was transported to hospital for injuries sustained in the collision. The investigation revealed that he was impaired at the time. While at the scene, RCMP stopped a second vehicle driving past the collision scene. The 25-year-old male driver from Thorburn exhibited signs of impairment and was arrested for impaired driving. He also faces charges of impaired driving while having a blood alcohol level of over 80 mg and will appear in Pictou Provincial Court on August 26th. At approximately 12:08 p.m. on the same day, RCMP responded to a motor vehicle collision on Little Harbour Road. Investigation at the scene resulted in the 42-year-old male driver from Alberta being arrested for impaired driving. He faces charges of impaired driving while having a blood alcohol level of over 80 mg and will appear in Pictou Provincial Court on July 29th. The fire in high-level Alberta has ballooned in size since yesterday. People in Edmonton awoke to a thick, smoky haze that turned otherwise blue skies and eerie gray-orange this morning. As of today, it has grown to 2,300 square kilometers, while being yesterday morning 1,500 square kilometers. The fire is said to have grown in the south, west, and north. In the high-level area, about 5,000 people have been out of their homes for more than a week because of the fire. More people are being forced from their homes as several wildfires rage out of control in northern Alberta and blanket areas to the south in an acrid haze. Thankfully, there have been no homes or businesses damaged to date in high-level, yet the threat still remains. A weekend barbecue at a relative's home ended with a trip to hospital for a 10-year-old Nova Scotia boy. Brady Tovell felt pain in his stomach after attending a family barbecue last Friday. He woke up in the middle of the night feeling abdominal pains where his parents suspected the flu or appendicitis. They rushed him to the IWK Health Center where he had surgery done on his stomach, and to the surprise of doctors, they found a wire brush had perforated his bowel. Brady's mother, Tara, said that the family doesn't use wire brushes, but there was one used at the relative's barbecue. Health Canada received 56 reports involving metal bristle barbecue brushes of different brands between 2014 and December 23, 2018. Of those reports, 45 led to injuries. United States Vice President Mike Pence is in Ottawa today to speak with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau drove a hard bargain when it came to negotiating a new trilateral North American trade pact, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence said today, as he promised an earnest effort to get the new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement through Congress before the summer recess. They came to make the final touches on the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, and Pence believes the relationship between the United States and Canada has never been stronger. The Liberal government introduced its legislation to ratify the new trade deal yesterday, although Trudeau has said Canada intends to align its ratification process with the timeframe of the U.S. Congress. In Seaside FM Sports, in the NBA Final in Toronto, it's Game 1 tonight with the Raptors playing in their first championship series, facing two-time champion Golden State Warriors. Despite Kevin Durant's injury and Kawhi Leonard's on-court dominance, Warriors are favorites to win the title. Game time is shortly after 10 o'clock. In the NHL, Blues evened their battle with the Bruins, winning the second game 3-2 on a Carl Gunnarsson goal in overtime. It was his first in 57 playoff games. Total shots were 37-23 for the Blues, ending an 8-game Boston winning streak. Game 3 is set for Saturday night in St. Louis. On the Nova Scotia senior baseball schedule tonight, Dartmouth Dry hosts the Halifax Canadians at 7:30. In Major League Baseball tonight, Cardinals face the division-leading Phillies. Tonight, 37-19 Dodgers against the Mets. Rays try for 6 wins in a row, taking on the Twins. And Red Sox open a series at the Yankees. Third place Boston trails New York by 7.5. That's all for news and sports. Your weather is up next.
On the hunt for a great deal? Casino Nova Scotia has your meal. If you've got hunger and want a treat, prime rib and lobster. It's all you can eat. Friday and Saturday from 5 to 10, fill up your plate again and again. Best news yet, it's just $9.99. So make Casino Nova Scotia your place to dine. This deal sure is the talk of the town, so don't miss out. Come on down.
Some conditions apply. Must be 19 or over. Responsible gambling. It's your best bet.
Casino Nova Scotia.
In Seaside FM weather, tonight mainly cloudy, 60% chance of drizzle overnight, fog patches developing this evening, wind southeast, low 6. Friday, mainly cloudy, 60% chance of drizzle early in the morning, showers beginning in the morning and ending in the afternoon. Fog patches dissipating near noon, wind becoming light near noon, high 13 except 8 along parts of the coast. Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud, high 15. Sunday, showers, high 13. It's 8 degrees here at Seaside FM.
You've got a friend you can always turn to.
105.9 Seaside FM.
The following program is brought to you in the high-power stereophonic sounds of Seaside FM in conjunction with...
My name is Charles Hsuen and I'm your host. December 21st, 1988. 1989. My name is Charles Hsuen. Welcome. 1990. And welcome to our second anniversary show.
My name is Charles Hsuen. Welcome.
April 3rd, 1994. And welcome to our 6th anniversary show.
My name is Charles Hsuen and welcome.
Today's date is October 18th, 2004.
Welcome to Charles' Tape Series.
Welcome to the JSC.
Welcome to An Evening with Charles Hsuen.
Welcome to the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
Welcome to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen. CQHS Productions celebrating 31 years in broadcasting. A good Thursday evening, everyone. Today's date is May the 30th, 2019. Welcome to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music. Pleasant good evening to you all. I'm Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude. I bring you music until the program close. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. We are broadcasting to you live from our studios in the heart of Eastern Passage, and if you're picking us up on local radio, it's frequency modulation station signal 105.9 megahertz on your FM dial, on the internet at seasidefm.com, on Bell Aligned Digital TV channel 779, East Link Digital TV channel 952. You can also pick us up on your iPhone, iPod Touch, or iPad, anything on the Android platform, your mobile device at seasidefm.com, and clicking the Listen Live button on your screen. And if you want to watch and listen to me, you can do so on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch TV, by just going to one of those channels and typing in Charles, Hsuen, and the date, May 30, and you'll be able to see me in real time and also hear me in real time. You can also message me in real time on Facebook Messenger at facebook.com/Charles Hsuen. You can also call me the old-fashioned way at 902-469-6000. You can email me with your requests at requests@seasidefm.com. And that is it. We're going to start things off. It's a cool, chilly day. The rain may be coming. I'm going to give you your 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast in about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to go down under to Australia, Newcastle, South Wales, Australia. Nikki Parrott is the person's name, and she is a jazz vocalist and bass player from Australia. She came out with a bunch of albums starting in 2004 and came out with one a couple years back called Unforgettable, of course, in tribute to Nat King Cole. All of the tracks on this wonderful CD has Nat King Cole written all over it. We're going to do one that he made famous called Walkin' My Baby Back Home. Nikki Parrott, right here from Australia on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
Gee, it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. baby back home. We stop for a while, he gives me a smile. I snuggle my head in his arms. We gaze at the stars, straight up to Mars. The night filled with incredible charms. Hand in hand to the doorway we roam. My, how it's great to be home. I can't wait till we do it again, walking my baby back home.
Video streaming on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch TV. You're watching Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
Boy, you're sure in a hurry tonight. I wanted to say something about Mr. Yoba, that he is really one of the world's greatest guitarists, and he came on this because usually he's so busy all the time, but I'm pleased that he's with us, and I think he plays beautifully. As a matter of fact, if you weren't looking at him, you'd swear he was an octopus. Whatever happened to those jokes? I could have danced all night, I could have danced all night, and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting, but all at once my heart took flight. I only know that she began to dance with me. I could have danced, 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 danced. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night, and still have danced a whole lot more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting, but all at once my heart, it took flight. I only know when she began to dance with me. I could have danced, danced all night.
Frank Sinatra, backed up by Red Norvo and a sextet, that one from 1962 in a live performance in Paris, France, at the Olympia Theatre. This is Frank Sinatra in a very unorthodox way, because he usually has a full orchestra or full band, but this time he decided to swing a little bit. It gave him a more freer easiness to his singing. And that one from 1962 was unreleased until about the mid-1990s. I remember picking that album up from HMV in the 333 Yonge Street store in Toronto. It was just out. That was around 1994. And for many years it was a bootleg, and that was an official release by Reprise Records. Before that, we heard sounds by Nicky Perrott, and that was Walking My Baby Back Home from 2017 from her album Unforgettable. My name is Charles Hsuen. This is Evening Solitude, continuing on with a movie from 1963, a year after the previous recording we heard. This one of my favorite Hitchcockian-like movies. In fact, the same writer who wrote North by Northwest wrote this particular motion picture, Ernst Lehman, The Prize, pertaining to the Nobel Prize, and it starred Elke Sommer and Paul Newman, and Edward G. Robinson as well. The cast of fantastic character actors of the early 1960s. Jerry Goldsmith is the man who did the soundtrack of this movie. And for those who are Star Trek original motion picture and as well as TV series fans, they know Jerry Goldsmith very well when Bill Shatner and Leonard Nimoy starred in the Enterprise. So, here is the main title theme of The Prize, one of my favorite movies from 1963. And then we're going to hear the same band in sort of a quartet with vibes with How About You? Two selections right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen. Celebrating 31 years, this is Evening Solitude on Seaside FM, the home of good music. the Jerry Goldsmith Quartet. That was How About You. Of course, before that was the opening main theme of The Prize from 1963, starring Paul Newman and Elka Summer, Edward G. Robinson, and a very good Hitchcockian copy of a great motion picture. Hello goes out to Jason McKenzie. I met him just the other night. He's part of Cecil & Sons, a great haberdashery and custom-tailored company. They're from Moncton, and he is listening in. So thank you very much, Jason, for letting me know that you're out there. We lost a legend in the music world just this afternoon. It came through the wire. At the age of 69, Mr. Leon Redbone had passed away. Singer, songwriter, guitarist, actor, voice actor in jazz, blues, and songs of the Great American Songbook, including this one from 1981 from the album Branch to Branch. This is the theme song to the Walt Disney Company. Anytime you see a Walt Disney logo, you'll see Tinkerbell from Peter Pan with her magic wand, with an explosion of stars of the Cinderella Castle, and the first few notes of this song, When You Wish Upon a Star, which was introduced in the movie Pinocchio from 1940. Here's Leon Redbone doing his version as we lost him at the age of 69.
Wish upon a star will come to. No request is too extreme when you wish upon a star as dreams do. Fate is kind, she brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of a secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
Hear the spectrum of music of the Great American Songbook and more. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music. A song that debuted on the album Revolver, with his orchestra in Capitol label, with a cover of that song, which I thought was wonderfully done. That Here, There, and Everywhere, of course, Lennon McCartney composition. Before that, Leon Redbone, who was at the age of 69, with When You Wish Upon a Star. Big, big Disney song. It's 30 minutes past 6 p.m. We're just a little bit late, but better late than never to give you your 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast.
With the temperature now, what's the high?
What's the low?
Here's your Metro Weather Call forecast. Tonight, mainly cloudy, a 60% chance of drizzle overnight. Fog just near midnight with a low of 6 degrees Celsius. On Friday, periods of drizzle changing to showers in the morning and ending in the afternoon. Then a mix of sun and cloud. Fog patches dissipating near noon with a high of 13, except 8 along parts of the coast. UV index reading at 3, which is in the moderate category. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 3 degrees with a risk of frost. On Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high of 15 and a low of 7. And on Sunday, showers with a high of 13 and a low of 11. For more weather information, log on to seasidefm.com. Current temperature outside the studios, Seaside FM, Eastern Passage of Fisherman's Cove. It is 7 degrees Celsius and overcast. Now, a little business with you.
Seaside FM weather brought to you by Shannock's Park Land at the Lakes. Pop by to see how truly great retirement living can be. Respite, short-term, or permanent apartments available. Call Jane at 902-404-4161 for more information.
Do you have a family history of Alzheimer's disease? Are you between the ages of 60 and 75 with no memory problems? Would you be interested in contributing to Alzheimer's research? If so, True North Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in a study investigating the prevention of Alzheimer's. To find out more, call 1-855-378-8783. That's 1-855-378-8783 for details. Online at truenorthcr.com.
This is the adult grown-up sound, Seaside FM.
Ioannis Roche, who has the Latin connection on another network, is a good friend of mine. I've been broadcasting with, and been friends with him for almost 20 years. He is listening online. He's originally from Cuba, and I thought I might play this special Cuban song for him. A lot of people remember the most famous Cuban on television was Desi Arnaz, who played Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy. On the 23rd of May, 1983, he showed up on Late Night with David Letterman and sang a song about Cuba and how much he loves it. Here for Ioannis Roche from the Latin Connection, here's Desi Arnaz with his lifelong dream of Cuba.
Not so far from here, there's a very lively atmosphere. Everybody's going there this year, so come along. I'm on my way to Cuba, that's where I'm going. Cuba, that's where I'll stay. Cuba, where wine is flowing, and where dark eyes tell us, lie there fellas, panatellas. Cuba, where all is happy. Cuba, where all is gay. Why don't you plan a wonderful trip to Havana? Hop on a ship and I'll see you in CUBA. Why don't you plan a wonderful trip to Havana? Hop on a ship and I'll see you in CUBA. Hey there.
celebrating 31 years in broadcasting and loving every minute of it. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music.
Fine music, the murmur of a morning breeze up there, the rattle of a milkman on the stair. Sure, that's music, mighty fine music, the singing of a sparrow in the sky, the perking of the coffee right nearby. There's my favorite melody, you my music, mighty fine music. And anytime I think my world is wrong, get me out of bed and sing this song. Fine music, and anytime I think my world is wrong, I get me out of bed and sing this song.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else, you expect me to be true and to keep on loving you. Though I'm feeling blue, you think I can't forget you until someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm strong for somebody new, and though you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow, and then I won't want you. Until someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm strong for somebody new, although you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow, and then I won't want you.
From 1960, that's Dean Martin and the Nelson Riddle Orchestra from the album This Time I'm Swingin'. And that was Someday. You'll Want Me to Want You. Just so carefree. So easy. He made it seem so easy, but he was a phenomenal singer. But not only that, his comedic timing was so underrated. Nobody knew how funny he was. He was incredible. And if you ever watch his Dean Martin variety show, or even the roasts aren't as good as the variety show, but if you ever watch the variety show, he loved it so very, very much. Before that, Peggy Lee with I Hear Music, that one coming from 1960 once again. And to start things off, Desi Arnaz, I Love Cuba, sent up for Ioannis Roche from the Latin Connection. Thank you very much, Ioannis, for letting me know that you are out there. It is now time to hear a little Nelson Riddle by himself, this one from early 1971. This is where the cross-section of the Golden Age meets the 1970s, meets the diversity and intelligence of Nelson Riddle to come with this wonderful melange of genres in this wonderfully arranged song called It's Your Turn. Nelson Riddle in his own right with this wonderful song. Hear the crooners, the big bands, the small groups, and more. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing to be young at heart. For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. So if you should survive to 105, well, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you get a head start if you are among the very young at heart. Treasure on earth to be young at heart. For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. So if you should survive to 105, well, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you all get a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Barbara Lika with Young at Heart. Of course, a classic tune. That one from her first album that she recorded called That's What I Do in 2012. And before that, Nelson Riddle from 1971 in It's Your Turn. We're going to be hearing now a medley of songs from Mel Torme and Friends. Well, this one coming from an album in 1988, Live at Marty's in New York City, which is now in Times Square, a Dallas barbecue. Well, we're going to hear Watch What Happens, Fly Me to the Moon, You and the Night and the Music. Here's Mel Torme and his friends.
Let someone start believing in you. Let him hold out his hand. Let him touch you and watch what happens when someone who can look in your eyes and see into your heart. Let him find you and watch what happens. Cold, no, I won't believe. One with a deep love to give gives that deep love to you. What magic you'll see. Let someone give his heart, someone who cares like me. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You who are along for all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I'm in love with you, and the night and the music really do something to me. When I'm alone with you, feeling groovy. the blues away, unhappy news away. If you are blue, it's easy to shake off your gag and rag and sorrow. Tell them the blues to go. They may refuse to go, but as a rule they'll go if you shake them away. I do like the voodoos do, listening to a voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so, to and fro, with every shake, a lucky break, knowing that there's a way to shake your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, come on and shake those blues, shake those blues, come on and shake those blues, shake those blues, come on and shake, shake, shake those blues away, 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 away. Come on and shake, 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 shake those blues away, shaking those blues away. All right.
Bringing to you the Great American Songbook from the 20th century and beyond. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM. That is Frank Sinatra conducting his orchestra, and that is from the Capitol label, and that is Orange from Tone Poems of Color. Frank Sinatra in the brand new Capitol Studios that he recorded in 1956. I had to turn myself off on the other computer that was also spouting my voice. We are going to, I guess we should say that before we heard Frank Sinatra conduct the orchestra, we heard Mel Torme doing a medley of songs from Marty's in 1988, and that was Watch What Happens, a couple of other ones, Fly Me to the Moon, The Best Is Yet to Come, I think it was. Just a number of songs. He loved doing medleys, Mel Torme did, and he also loved singing medleys along with other people. We'll play some more in some subsequent shows. One of my favorite interpreters of song is Fred Astaire, and in 1974, he decided to come back into the recording studio, along with Bing Crosby, by the way. Both of them decided to take a break from recording in the 1960s, late 1960s and early 1970s. And so in London, a guy by the name of Ken Barnes decided to produce a bunch of albums on the London label in high quality with full orchestra. So what you got is latter-day interpretations of classic songs that Fred Astaire and Bing Crosby had sung. One of them, of course, is the original person who interpreted Harold Arlen and Johnny Mercer's masterpiece, One for My Baby. That has always been synonymous with Frank Sinatra and is among one of my favorite Frank Sinatra tunes of all time. But this Harold Arlen and Johnny Mercer tune was originally introduced by Fred Astaire, and he does a more gentle and delicate and yet a very, very warm sound, sort of very, very light execution of the song. So let's hear his 1974 rendition of One for My Baby and One More for the Road, right here on the Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story you ought to know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make one for my baby and one more for the road. I got the routine, so drop another nickel in the machine. Oh, I'm feeling so bad. I wish you'd make the music dreamy and sad. I could tell you a lot, but you gotta be true to your code. You know, make it one for my baby and one more for the road. You'd never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I got a lot of things to say. And when I'm gloomy, you simply gotta listen to me until it's talked away. Well, that's how it goes. And Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. So, well, thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bending your ear. But this torch that I've found must be drowned, or it soon might explode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. it be said that old unsteady can't carry his load. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. That long, long, long and lonely road.
We were supposed to have our legal ID coming up here. Well, let's try and see if we can get that legal ID up for you now. Here it is. Ah, I have pressed the wrong button. Go figure. This is the legal ID.
CFEP is 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music from Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia.
Welcome back to the second of 2 hours right here on Evening Solitude. My name is Charles, and I have concluded 60 minutes of the better part of the 20th century and beyond. Some great American music, and from the Great American Songbook, finishing off with Fred Astaire from 1974, Harold Arlen and John Opposition. And we are going to start things off with a little Canadian big band music, the ones that play our theme song, Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass. I had the good fortune of seeing Rob McConnell in 1989 Des Moines Limited Downtown Jazz Festivals. It was Rob McConnell and every single person in the Boss Brass was a legendary Canadian jazz artist in his own right. You had Lincoln Alexander, who was the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, who was there as the guest of honor, and the host of the evening was Fred Davis from Front Page Challenge on the CBC. He was also a very famous trumpeter during the 1940s and 1950s. Here is Rob McConnell, their opening song of that particular concert they played here, and this is from the album Present Perfect, Rob McConnell and Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, one of the most covered songs done by anybody. You know, you can think of the Temptations and Ella Fitzgerald and the Boss Brass. It's a classic song, and that was done in classic Boss Brass stylings. Derek LeLacheur, of course, a fellow trombonist to the Boss Brass, he said, "That's really good bone playing." And I says, "I absolutely agree. That smooth sound of the Boss Brass is what gave it its international stardom of that 22-piece band. With French horns, with reeds, with flute you could hear there, and every single musician in that band is a Canadian jazz legend in his own right." We're going to continue on sounds from the album The Standard from 2008. Here is Take 6, vocal group doing Straighten Up and Fly Right.
You should fly right. You should fly right. You should.
I wish you would fly right.
You should.
I wish you better fly and straighten up, straighten up, you better not fly, straighten up, you straighten up, you better not fly, straighten up, da 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 da. Buzzer took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. Buzzer tried to throw the monkey off his back, but the monkey grabbed his neck and said, "Now listen, Jack, straighten up and fly right, straighten up and stay right, straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top, ain't no use in diving, what's the use in jiving, now straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top." The buzzer told the monkey, "You're choking me, release your hold and I'll set you free." The monkey looked the buzzer right dead in the eye and said, "Your story's touching, but it sounds just like a lie. Straighten up and fly right, straighten up and stay right, straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't don't you blow your top. Bow, buddy, yada, be a bow. Bow, bow, buddy, yada, be a do down. Wee, ba, buddy, yada, bing, doo, dee. Straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, quick. You're choking me. Release your hold and I will set you free. The monkey looked the buzzard right dead in the eyes. Said, your story's touching, but it sounds like a lie.
Straighten up, Papa. Well, straighten up, Papa. Won't you please stay right? Cool down, Daddy. Don't you blow your top. Fly, fly, Papa. Oh, straighten up, Papa.
Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. I ain't no use in diving. What's the use in jiving? Now straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Don't you blow your top.
The wonderful Take Six. The only instrument in that band that's made by vocal cords was the guitar. The rest was the 6 members of that group who sang and did all those instruments. They're an amazing group. Take Six. Straighten up and fly right. Last week, I played a radio program from the Philco Radio Time with guest Jimmy Durante and star Bing Crosby on his radio show from the December 4th, 1946. Played one of my favorite pieces of music there, transcribed in Hollywood with Ken Carpenter and the Charioteers. We're going to be hearing another song from that radio broadcast, and then it's Heaven with the Charioteers and Bing Crosby, right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen. I did not bring that track up properly. And here is Bing Crosby and the Charioteers once again, and hopefully I can get the sound going on this. Here it is.
Give any one of them, and you're sure of giving the newest thing in radio from Philco, the leader.
Once again, romance raises its comely kisser in a new tune entitled, And Then It's Heaven. John? A dream is just a dream until I dream of you. And then it's heaven. A kiss is just a kiss until I'm kissing you. And then it's heaven. The ordinary things I always do with you become the most important things I'll ever do. And words are only words till you say I love you. And then it's heaven.
A dream is just a dream, a dreaming of you.
And then it's heaven.
A kiss is just a kissing you.
And then it's heaven. The ordinary things I always do with you become the most important things I'll ever do. And words are only words till you say I love you. And then it's heaven.
Nice singing, Bingo, nice.
Bringing to you music from the Great American Songbook from the 20th century and beyond. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen. That is the great Coleman Hawkins. He was the very first saxophonist I ever heard on radio, and that one, a wonderful recording that he made on the Capitol label in 1957 called The Gilded Hawk. That was It Had to Be You. He was paying tribute to the great Charlie Parker, who, in about a decade earlier, made some of the great commercial recordings of all time for Charlie Parker behind strings. And it was a novelty. It wasn't regarded well with the critics. The critics had said that it made the jazz sound too saccharine. But over time, it has aged well, and critics have reevaluated these recordings as some of the most classic recordings of all time. It Had to Be You. Before that, Bing Crosby, and Then It's Heaven. That one from the Philco radio program with the Charioteers, John Scott Trotter and his orchestra backing Bing up on December the 4th, I believe, 1946. And that was And Then It's Heaven, one of the first Bing Crosby shows that I collected, a ratty old cassette tape from the library. I wore it so much that it broke. And I finally found a beautiful digital copy of that, and online, actually. And a lot of Bing Crosby's radio programs from the 40s sound great because he was the one that embraced the magnetic tape technology. It was for the first time high fidelity that's being rebroadcasted. We are going to now give you your 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area, and I think I have to get the music for the 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast going up here. Yes, that's it right here. And here it is.
What's tomorrow's weather? What's the low? What's the high? Will it be wet or dry?
Here's your Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area for this Thursday, May the 30th. Tonight, mainly cloudy, a 60% chance of drizzle overnight. Fog patches developing near midnight with a low of 6 degrees Celsius. On Friday, periods of drizzle changing to showers in the morning and then ending in the afternoon, then a mix of sun and cloud. Fog patches dissipating near noon. Very typical Nova Scotia and Halifax. High of 13 except 8 along parts of the coast. UV index reading at 3, which is in the moderate category. Tomorrow night, Friday, partly cloudy, fog patches developing in the evening with a low of 3 and a risk of frost. On Saturday, June the 1st, a mix of sun and cloud, a high low of 11. For more weather information, log on to seasidefm.com. Current temperature outside the studios of Seaside FM, Fisherman's Cove, and Eastern Passage, and Shearwater, it's 7 degrees and overcast. Barometric pressure reading at 101.1 kilopascals and rising. That's your Metro Weather Call forecast, and now a few words from some of our sponsors.
Seaside FM weather brought to you by Shannock's Park Land at the Lakes. Pop by to see how truly great retirement living can be. Respite, short-term, or permanent apartments available. Call Jane at 902-404-4161 for more information.
Get set to pack your bags and head for adventure. Join the Seaside FM Travel Group and experience luxurious, engaging 5-star options like the Danube River, Southern Tuscany, and the sunny Dominican Republic. You'll accompany a Seaside on-air host and fellow listeners and save with lower-priced pre-negotiated rates. If you are young at heart, a mature active traveler, or finally ready to check off that bucket list, add life to your years. Come travel with us, the Seaside FM Travel Group. For more info on upcoming trips and specials, listen to Seaside FM and visit seasidefm.com.
You don't need to have electric heat to get the benefits of a heat pump. If you have hot water baseboards or existing ductwork, Scotia HVAC has the solution for you. On average, a payment for a heat pump system installed in an oil-heated home is about $30 bi-weekly. Oil-heated homes can save up to 60% on their annual heating costs by installing a heat pump. Additionally, Scotia HVAC, as part of Efficiency Nova Scotia's trade network, is committed to matching their rebates up to $600. Call today, 406-HEAT. That's 406-4328.
Tickets are now on sale for our next 105.9 Seaside FM Dance. The dance will be held on Saturday, June 1st at the Shearwater Sea King Club. Doors open at 6. You may purchase your tickets here at the station, 1540 Shore Road, Eastern Passage, or give us a call at 902-469-9231. Tickets are $15 each. There will be door prizes, cash bar, and munchies. Dance the evening away as we spin the tunes for you. Sponsored by Kaiser's Fresh Mart in Eastern Passage.
Take your time, take a break, and take it easy with 105.9 Seaside FM.
In the evening, when the kettle's on for tea, an old familiar feeling settles over me, and it's your face I see, and I believe that you are there. In a garden, when I stop to touch a rose and feel the petals soft and sweet against my nose. I smile and I suppose that somehow maybe you are there. When I'm dreaming and I find myself awake without a warning, and I rub my eyes and fantasize, and all at once I realize it's morning, and my fantasy is fading like a distant star at dawn. My dearest dream is gone. I sometimes think there's just one thing to do: pretend the dream was true, and tell myself that you are there.
Bringing to you the rich sounds of the golden age of the Great American Songbook, you're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
I love in every way. I am loved, absolutely loved. What a wonderful thing to be able to say. I'm adored, I'm adored by the one who first led my heart astray. I'm adored, absolutely adored. What a wonderful thing to be able to say. So ring out the bells and let the trumpets blow, and beat on the drum, for now I know I am loved. I am loved. What a wonderful thing. What a glorious thing. What a beautiful thing to be able to say. Let the trumpets blow and beat on the drum, for now I know I am loved. I am loved. What a wonderful thing. What a glorious thing. What a beautiful thing. What a marvelous thing. What a fabulous thing. What a crazy thing. What a lovely thing. What a precious thing to be able to say.
Did you hear the difference between those two recordings that I just played for you? Well, the last two. In high fidelity on the Capitol label in 57. And then 10 years previous, it's Duke Ellington in I Let the Song Go Out of My Heart in low fidelity, recorded on acetate. And two very stark differences, one in stereo, one in mono. And just that was 10 years in which technology had changed the format and revolutionized recordings. That was I Am Loved, and Nelson Riddle backing up Judy Garland on that from the album Judy in Love. I Let the Song Go Out of My Heart, as I said, Duke Ellington, and Roberta Gambarini with You Are There. A stunning rendition of that with piano playing by Hank Jones. That one from 2007. Chet Baker is up next. You know what? I'm going to have a couple more commercials. And then I'm going to hit Chet Baker right after that. We got to get some business. We're a little behind on our business right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
Cannabis, cash grab, or economic driver. This will be an ongoing topic of importance as we discover its effect on our communities and our economy. For better or worse, the best way to discover how you feel about it is to get involved in the conversation. Join the Chronicle Herald's journalists as they explore the issues important to our communities with exclusive series and local content, only available by subscription. Subscribe to
for seniors and their families. When you need a service provider to help you with your needs, look no further than the Serving Seniors Alliance trusted members. It's all about trust. Call us at 902-499-4122 or visit us at servingseniors.info. Sponsored by 105.9 Seaside FM.
Don't talk of stars burning above. If you're in love, show me. Tell me no dreams filled with desire. If you're on fire, show me. Here we are together in the middle of the night. Don't talk of spring, just hold me tight. Anyone who's ever been in love will tell you that this is no time for a chat. Haven't your lips longed for my touch? Don't say how much, show me, show me. Don't talk of love lasting through time. Make me no undying vow. Show me now. Stars burning above. If you're in love, show me. Tell me no dreams filled with desire. If you're on fire, show me. Here we are together in the middle of the night. Don't talk of spring, just hold me tight. Anyone who's ever been in love will tell you that this is no time for a chat. Having your lips long for my touch. Don't say how much, show me, show me. Don't talk of love lasting through time. Make me no undying vow. Show me now.
Ella Fitzgerald, the First Lady of Song, with Show Me, that one from the great My Fair Lady. And that's just a fantastic piece of music done waltz style. And that comes from 1962, and that is Ella Sings Broadway. Before that, we heard Chet Baker and Strings, and that one, I'm Through with Love. Him on the trumpet. I thought he sang in that one, but I was mistaken, and I will have a vocal track next time we go around. My name is Charles Hsuen, and if you're just discovering us, this is Evening Solitude right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music. We are going to hear now sounds by Nat King Cole and You're Looking at Me.
Who had the girls turning handsprings? Crazy to love him, claimed he. Who could so misunderstand things? You're looking at me. Who was so sure of his conquest? Sure as a human could be. Who wound up losing the contest? You're looking at me. You're looking at me. Where is that boy who was certain his charms couldn't fail? Where is that boy who believed every word of this ridiculous tale? Who was so childishly flattered, thought he'd swept her off her feet? Who woke to find his dream shattered? Might I repeat for you? Needn't strain your eyes to see what I want you to see. That's right. You're looking at me. Certain his charms couldn't fail. Where is that boy who believed every word of this ridiculous tale? Who was so childishly flattered, thought he'd swept her off her feet? Who woke to find his dream shattered? Might I repeat? Might I repeat for you? Needn't strain your eyes to see what I want you to see. That's right. You're looking at me.
That is Nat King Cole and his band with You're Looking at Me with the King Cole Trio. And now we're going to hear from 1975 something called Eggplant by Michael Franks.
Whenever I explore the land of Yin, I always take one at a chin. And now this lioness has also made me tame. I can't pronounce it's her game. Unwrapper cooks the same way twice. Maybe it's the mushrooms, maybe the tomatoes. Can't reveal her name, but eggplant is her game. When my baby cooks her eggplant, she don't read no book. She's got a Gioconda kind of dirty look. And my baby cooks her eggplant about 19 different ways.